what's going on? It's Sean Solo 8, and I'm back with another Star Wars The Vintage Collection action figure review. From Star Wars The Clone Wars, we have the 3.75-inch ARC Trooper Jesse to join the rest of his boys. So finally, we have a trio, which is absolutely sweet. Before, you could only get this in the, I think it was a 4-pack, the Bad Batch 4-pack, which I do have. I just never got around to reviewing. And I was requested on YouTube to go ahead and do this video. So I'll go ahead and flick that comment up on the screen now. Definitely appreciate the motivation to get this done. It feels good to know when people are actually watching and enjoying your videos. But on the card, as you can see, Jesse looks absolutely fantastic. He's got a really cool tattoo on his face. He comes with all kinds of weapons, and he's just decked out in the most epic looking accessories. The card looks like it's ripped out of maybe a comic book. Doesn't look very Clone Wars to me. On the back, he is VC 250. You can see the wave that he comes in, and I believe I do have all of those except for 3 of them so far up on the channel. So after this video, feel free to check those out. Let's open up ARC Trooper Jesse and let's take a closer look. Boom! ARC Trooper Jesse's out of his package, and this is probably my favorite one yet. I say that every single time, and I didn't realize the older ones actually had rocker ankles, but this guy has rocker ankles. As you can see, he's holding all of his accessories. The only problem is when he falls, his guns are going to fall out, so you don't want him near an edge of a shelf, unfortunately. The Vintage Collection is just knocking these things out of the park. Just check this guy out. So stoked. I can't believe, as much as I love clones, I haven't opened him sooner. The only downfall that I see is this hard, well, it's not even hard, but it's kind of soft plastic, but the little dress skirt. If it could have been a soft goods, we would have been rocking and rolling. Anyway, enough of chit chat. Let's get this guy in some poses and see how cool we can make him look. And here's ARC Trooper Jesse in a running and going out into battle pose, which I think looks pretty cool. It is really hard to get these Vintage Collection figures to hold their rifles like that, but you can see his other gun I didn't mention earlier does connect into his backpack just like the other figures, and the paintwork, just everything about this figure is so sweet. I tried putting them in several different stands, but I did have to go with this old school stand here, and you can see over time you're not going to be able to pose him like this because with that rocker ankle he does slightly want to start leaning, and eventually he's going to fall over. But let's put him in a couple more poses and see what else this bad awesome dude can do. And the only downside with these, oh well, he fell a minute ago, so sorry about his antenna. The only downside with these clones and this hard plastic is you just can't get their legs wide open in a bigger spread. But I understand most TVC collectors either keep them on card anyway, but mine actually like to pose them and play with them, and I'm sure there's other people out there like myself. But let's put him in a couple more poses and see what else this guy can do. And here's ARC Trooper Jesse holding both of his blasters, which he's actually got 2 trigger fingers. Bravo Hasbro on this one. Again, that skirt, it just irritates me, but it's no big deal. I also noticed, yeah, the painted backpack, I just missed it there. Absolutely sweet. These pistols actually don't fall out of his hands. I know I had a question if his hands were gummy. This guy's hands are really tough and absolutely dynamite. The only bad part is this rifle is a little bit jetty in the middle. But let's just do one more pose and then we'll pull him up and take a closer look. Here we have ARC Trooper Jesse again with his dual pistols without the helmet, because how can you hide that face mold? I know the helmet looks absolutely awesome, but this figure is just beautiful to look at. Absolutely awesome. I lied. I'm going to put him in one more pose with the rifle that's on his back and see how he looks that way. And one more time for my poser fans out there, which I know I have a few because I do get quite a bit of compliments. Here he is. Again, I wish I could have him doing some more like kneeling poses, but holding his other blaster from his back. Again, I'll learn all of these names of all these weapons eventually. If you can comment down below what all these weapons are, I would definitely appreciate it. But let's go ahead and I'm just going to put him up here with his friends really quick and see if he can stand still. So, oh, but no, they all come tumbling over. Let me try it one more time here. But yeah, as a team, they look absolutely awesome, man. Let's go ahead and turn this turntable off. And just look at this face mold. Next level insanity. They did a fantastic job. You can see his eyes, the wrinkles in his face. He looks up absolutely fantastic. I don't know what all that stuff is under his neck, if that's normal or not, but that looks absolutely hideous. Lots of tilt in there. Looks down. The hands and hinges, everything is perfect on the figure. Up and down, swivels, single jointed elbows, which pop up good enough. The arms pop up extremely well also. The pauldron, I guess if you wanted to pop their heads off and swap these all out, you could. So yeah, you can actually take that off and switch them. You can see the nice paint on the back of the backpack, which is a nice touch. I mean, they just knocked it out of the park with these. They really did. There is a nice cut in the mid torso there. You can see it goes back plenty and forward plenty. Again, my only complaint is the legs. He only is going to kick back that far and kick up about that far. There is a nice single jointed leg, which could use a little bit of improvement, but it is still pretty good. And of course, the glorious hinge and rocker on the bottom. But overall, I think he looks fantastic. Let me know which is your favorite clone in the comments below. I would definitely appreciate it. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I do have well over 100 vintage collection reviews on the channel. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at Jesse with his helmet on. This does articulate when you first get it. Mine was kind of stuck, so I did have to like grab it down here and twist it. You don't want to pull it from the top because it is possible you can break it because that is so thin. But you can see it's the same as the tattoo on his face. You can see the silver all throughout there, and you can't see his chin, which is just dynamite. They just did a fantastic job, and yeah, the helmet looks great. You can even, I just absolutely love my clones, and I will buy as many as I can. I mean, just look at that, like a walking pose. Look how sweet that looks. Thanks for checking out today's video. Check out one of these videos up on the screen, and I will see you guys in the next video.